Greetings, people. It's Mr. Pull the Trigger yet again on another episode of the Enlightenment series. I meant not to do an episode today because there are just some few adjustments that I was doing. There are just some few things that I was putting in place. But the influx of messages that I'm getting, the calls that I'm getting, people checking, asking, are you okay? We haven't seen a video today. We haven't seen an upload today. What's happening? Please tell us you're safe. No, listen, people, I'm very safe. And I want to thank you all. I want to thank you all for the support. I want to thank you all for the constant checking up on me. And I want to say something. I want to send a message to these vagabonds, to these charlatans, to those that think I'm alone in this. Listen, you don't know what's coming. You don't know what is coming for you. Jeremiah Omoto, you have no idea. Chris Okafo, you have no idea. You are all about to witness a rude awakening. You are about to be shocked for the rest of your lives. Shepherd Bushiri, Joshua Iginla, Makandiwa, Walter Magaya, Lucy Natasha, and all the other vagabonds that are in the nation, in the country, in the continent of Africa. You are just about to be rude awakened because what's coming is mightier than what you have witnessed. The pressure that you have felt thus far is little, is minuscule as compared to the pain and the tragedy that is going to befall you in the next coming episodes. I'm not shaken. This time around, God chose the right candidate. I'm the perfect man for the job. I'm the right candidate for the job, even though I don't seem qualified enough to be taking on this mandate. But God, at this time around, He was radical to select me. And I'm honored to be doing this for God, not for myself, or not for anyone else. Because there are some people that casually comment saying that you're doing this for likes, you're doing this for comments. Come on, I'm not coming here asking anything from anyone. I haven't come here asking anything from anyone. I'm just doing the right thing. And the right thing that I'm doing is setting you people that are still with that vagabond spirit, is setting you people free from the captivity that you have been in under the influence of these jackals and these charlatans. I know it's not easy for you to awaken to this truth because you already had preconceived beliefs and ideas that you had accepted to be true. So now when the real truth comes out, it's not easy for you to adjust. I know how your mind works. The human mind is always repulsive when something new is being dropped in its spirit or in its subconscious. But with that being said, I just want to tell the charlatans that we are still here and we are going to go far. If you thought these little strikes that you have been orchestrating and all these little threats that you have been throwing around will slow me down, you're just lying to yourselves. I have 48 hours left now, according to the note, to the threat that you gave me that I have 72 hours. I hope you're counting because I'm also counting. And I just want to show you that your threats, they mean nothing. Not only are they empty, but my Father who's in heaven, who has commissioned me to be on this mandate, who has commissioned me to carry out this movement, who will protect me, who will guide me, who will empower me, and will keep on supporting me and energizing me to keep on doing this. Because trust me, if I rely on my flesh alone, my flesh gets tired. Sometimes I don't want to speak this truth. Sometimes I don't want to come out and expose these shenanigans. But God keeps on reinforcing me. God keeps giving me a reason to keep doing this. It's like you take a fish out of the ocean. You take a fish out of the dam. Take a fish out of the water. What's going to happen? It's going to die because it can't pursue its purpose anymore outside of the water. It can't live anymore outside of the water. It can't breathe outside of the water. That's the same thing when you try to take me out of this mandate. When you try to redirect me or divert me from this cause, I'll die. You will be suffocating me. So I have to stay on course. I have to keep on bringing out your evil doings, your falsehood, because there's been too much falsehood in the church of God. You may not want to agree with me on this. You may not want to believe this. You may not want to come to grips with the fact that there has been too much falsehood in the church of God. A lot of atrocities has been perpetrated in the church of God. This everyone knows. And there hasn't been anyone that has been so solid, someone that has been so consistent to expose this falsehood. There are so many people that came before me. Let's give them credit. They did what they could. Now tell them that I'm here and I'm going to do this for the rest of my life if needs be. As long as charlatans exist, I shall exist. I shall be a thorn in their flesh. let's put some things into perspective. I'm going to play a short video for you. This is just a, this is a commercial break so that we can make you understand the reason why they are fighting so hard, so that we can make you understand how the African people have been captured, how the African people have been made to be like stooges, zombies, and useless people, should I call it. Please always be careful with the tonality, with my tonality, and some of the words that I use. That's how angry I am. So I literally don't know the very politest of words to use against these people. That's just how angry I am. It's not because I'm a vagabond. I'm not a vagabond. I'm just angry to that extent with what these people are doing. So sometimes I don't have a limit or a selection or a filter to the words that I can use to describe these people. I call them vagabonds. I call them charlatans. I call them jackals. I call them all sorts of names, sexual predators. I call them everything because that's what they really are. I would respect better the 419s from Nigeria that scam people on the internet without disclosing their identity, as compared to these Nigerian charlatans and other African charlatans masquerading as servants of God. Yes, they are false, yet they are liars, yet they are molesters, they are women abusers, they are criminals, they are thieves who are hiding behind the mask of the gospel to fool people, to rob people, and to lie to people so that they can enrich themselves. Watch this video and just see the extent to which the African people have been made to be like zombies. Just watch it. When I watch things like this, they really make me so angry. They make me angry. Our African brothers and sisters, they've been trapped and they are being cast. So many spells are being cast upon them for them to behave the way they behave. That's why I say don't judge them when you see them in the comment section manifesting, saying all sorts of things, defending these false prophets from Nigeria, defending these false prophets from Ghana, defending false prophets from Algeria, defending false prophets from Zimbabwe, Zambia, Kenya, South Africa. Watch this video. So you tell me, who in their natural sense, who in their normal sense, who is in the right state of mind can behave like this? Do you know there's a misconception about the Holy Spirit, and there's a misconception about feeling the power of the Holy Spirit? Judging from what you've just witnessed now, what you've just watched now, do you see any impact or the power of the Holy Spirit manifesting in those people? These people are just people that are being held in some sort of a cult. They don't even know what they're doing. It's the confusion that is making them roll helter-skelter, that is making them roll left, right, and center. You must never mistake the power of the Holy Spirit with demonic possessions. These are demons that are actually possessing these particular individuals. They are rolling in mud. They are rolling in dagger. They are rolling in water with their clothes in the name of worshiping, in the name of spirituality, in the name of feeling the power of the Holy Spirit. Are we going to let our brothers and sisters go through this? Is this what we have called spirituality as the Church of God? Have we really given religion that much of space in the minds of our people to a point whereby it can conquer them, manipulate them, and enslave them? These are people that are being enslaved with religion, false doctrines, and false declarations, and they think they're experiencing the Holy Spirit. From there, they are going to stand in queue and waiting for taxis to go back home. While is the Papa as a convoy? High-end cars. What kind of church? What church is it? Are these people not the ones who are supposed to be praying on your behalf? So how are your prayers not being answered while their prayers are being answered? How are they representing your best interest when it's only their lives that is changing and you remain poor and you remain in a vagabond state? Because the people that you see here, they are in a vagabond state. Nothing is okay in their lives, starting from the mental state, coming to the physical, and to the living standards. I can tell you one thing for sure. All the people that you see rolling down there, they are living the poorest and the most humble life that you can ever think of. You'll never see Dangote doing that. You'll never see people with money doing that nonsense. They'll never allow people with money to roll on that mud. But these are just desperate Africans who are looking and seeking Christ with true heart. But they're being manipulated and lied to. That's why these charlatans, when you see them coming and doing all sorts of things to block me, to prevent me from exposing their falsehood and exposing their lies that they've been peddling over a period of time, you must now know that there's a lot that is at stake. There's actually a lot that is at stake. I can make a disclaimer right now and tell you one thing for sure about African prophets. There is no single prophet that is in Africa that has the power of healing. There is no single prophet that is in Africa that is the power of prophecy. And there is no single prophet in Africa that has the power to utter any form of curses upon your life. They don't have that ability. But they make you believe they have so that you live the rest of your life in fear. Fear of what? If you don't pay tithe, so many bad things will happen to you. Fear of what? If you leave church and you talk about them, something bad will happen to you. Fear of what? You are being kept in a box. You are being monitored in some sort of a box so that everything you do, the way you think, and every step you take is monitored and it's programmed. So they know your actions are predictable. Once they put fear into you, you don't have free will anymore. Everything you do is to just try to be afraid and to please the charlatans. That's why so many people cannot come out and give testimonials, because they know, they were told that if you do so, if you speak against a man of God, so many bad things will happen to you. But be rest assured, Church of God, I'm telling you this and I know it for a fact. There's no African prophet that has power. They don't have power. They are all possessed with demons, yes, but they don't have any power to cause harm to you if you are in true fellowship of Christ. They don't have the ability to heal anyone. So if you have relatives that are sick, don't take them to these jackals. They can't do anything to change your lives or to change your state of health or to change your financial states or to create any breakthroughs for you. They can't. They don't want you to know this truth so that they can keep lying to you and taking money from you. But be rest assured, these are vagabonds. These are criminals that don't deserve to be in the society. These are criminals that are bad for the communities. These are criminals that should be behind bars. So with that being said, catch me out on the next episode of the Enlightenment series, and I'll be coming in full force. In full force, not deterred, not shaken, not scared. I'm not afraid of charlatans. I can be afraid of many things, but charlatans is the last obstacle that I can feel some sort of resistance or feel afraid of. Charlatans, I'll eat them for breakfast. I'll drink my juice from their skulls. I'm not shaken with charlatans. These are vagabonds at the highest note. These are people that no one should ever be afraid of. These criminals, looking at them and judging them from a point of integrity, they don't have it. They don't have it. In the society, when you look at these people, these are the people that you should despise with all that is within you. Because these are people that are living on lies. These are people that have built everything that they have built on lies, on people's tears, by manipulating, by tricking, by lying to people so that they can become wealthy and rich. So why should we even be afraid? And why should we even be giving honor or respect to people of that nature? Show me one African prophet that is of God, and I'll show you 100 more that are diabolic. There is none in Africa. Not just in Africa, worldwide, as we speak right now. There's no prophet that is of God. If they were of God, they will be condemning the evil that their fellow men of God are doing. So with that being said, check me out on the next episode of the Enlightenment series. It's Mr. Paul the Trigger. I'm out.